Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it is BOLO Saturday. We are absolutely loaded for bear, so take it away, Mr. Magazine.
All right, here we got a Las Vegas Junket board game, 1979, vintage. I think it took a few years to sell for $14. I would call this Las Vegas junk. Stay away from this, and unless you go buy it for $1 and sell it for $15, I guess. I don't know. I probably paid a few bucks for it anyways, but nothing great. Kind of cool. It's probably worth it just to play it, I guess. Right?
Well, you would think it'd be, it's Monopoly essentially, but you would think it'd be fun. Now, here's a question for you. Do you think, if you were set up differently, if your employees listed that under like the casino memorabilia area, think it would sell faster?
Yeah.
As opposed to the game area?
Yeah, and by set up differently means smarter and put it in a proper category.
Well, is that a better category?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, it can't hurt.
Well, here would be what I would do. I would research that game and say 10 of them are on there.
Right.
And if all 10 of them are in games, I would list it in casino.
Well, this is what I tell my listers, especially eBay, but they all know more than me. They've been doing it for a few years. I've been doing it for 20-something. But I always say if it's something you don't know the value of it, or you're not sure what it is or where to put it, do a completed search, sold highest price. Whatever the highest price one, I would do it like that. It's very simple.
Yes and no.
Okay.
What if the highest price was $8?
Well, yeah. Well, then, yeah. Well, hopefully they're smarter than me when it comes to that. I don't know what to tell you. All right, this was listed using the AI. Kind of cool. Out Magazine, August 2006. Pete Wentz, Fall Out Boy, LGBTQ.
And it made no changes in it.
No, and then we put it. So we have to put it in a store originally.
Right,
so
but
that,
but it came out Magazine
just like
that. Wow,
yeah.
Very good.
Yeah,
did a good job.
And again, I like putting it in the auction, which everything has to be listed, ended, and fixed, and then gone in fixed store, and then go into auction. But this is the reason. It would have been $20, so they had $12 paid for a bunch of other listings and so forth. But
no, that was a good listing.
The more we do with this AI, there's a lot of things that end up selling for more in the auction because of the very least. So.
Yep.
Next up, Nintendo Game Boy, DMG-01 handheld system with games, battery, carry-all, etc. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
So this took almost 6 months to sell, but they got $250 out of it. I think I paid around half of that, which isn't too bad.
Now, how old is that? Roughly.
Mid to late 90s,
okay.
I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, because it's the original black and white one, I think. I had one.
I didn't.
I played Batman on it all the time. Next up, Drysdale, Terry, Snyder, Reese, +4 autographed Dodgers 1965 World Series ball with COA. Went for I think I took $135, $140. I think I paid about $75 for it or something like that. Why hold on to it longer? So I guess, let's see. Who's the odd man in that? I thought it was all Dodgers, but there's someone that... Whoever they played in the world. I did some research, so it was a 65 World Series ball.
I guess would it be better listing if they said, like who is Terry?
Bill Terry.
Is he...
I think he might have been a coach at that point or something like that. Aparicio was who would have played the Dodgers? I can't remember, but I did Google it because someone was on there. Aparicio was someone that wasn't on the Dodgers, was on the team they played.
Right.
It was the only year. Duke Snyder, I think. It was a Duke. Let me see. Duke Snyder.
He's on there. Yeah,
he's on there. Yeah.
But I guess the question would be, if you put Don Drysdale, Duke Snyder, Pee Wee Reese, without +4 or something like that, or +5, like saying their whole name, you think that would be better? Because I don't know how many people search on just Terry.
Right. Yeah.
Would be, I guess, my question. Whereas they might search for Don Drysdale.
Well, what's weird, I just noticed on this now, is this one is with no case. No case. They took the top of it off, and all these have the case with the glare. I don't understand that. I mean, you could see it, but I mean.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. I learned a lot. Next up, this finally sold after about 100 email questions
100 years.
on it.
Here you say 100 years. That's a oldie.
No, well, it's a Batmobile Tumbler Lego 76240 giant built model with box. I got this from a guy that built it. No instructions, no minifigs. So that was a question we had all the time. Are the minifigs included? Minifigs included. Hopefully this person doesn't expect them because they didn't ask.
Now, what is a tumbler?
That vehicle you're looking at.
Oh, okay. So
it can tumble, I guess, side to side.
Okay.
Or front
Isn't
to
a
back
tumbler
somewhere.
also something like you drink out of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm being serious
No,
because
it is.
I was
I always
wondering.
got 48 of them.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe somebody thought it was a tumbler.
I wish you bought 48 Batman tumblers compared to 48 drinking tumblers, but
there you go.
Do. Next up, Time Magazine, Donald Trump, 2019. I guess don't buy Donald Trump magazines unless it's like a real early one, or newspapers seem to sell for decent money. This took like 6 years to sell, or almost 7 years to sell for $10. So
that's actually good to know too, because I might find that when I'm out there and might say, "Oh, I'll pay $2 for it." No, I won't.
Yeah, exactly.
And as much as anything else, knowing what not to buy is as important as knowing what to buy.
True. Next up, 1992 Tyco Magic Potty Baby Toy Doll Accessories, sealed in box. This is crazy because it's like almost 35 years old, and I think it took $35 on it.
All right, can I ask a question about this?
It's a big box too. It's a big toy.
That's a black doll.
Yes.
Was there also a white doll?
I would assume so.
You know my next question.
Why didn't they put black
African American black?
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Well, they know more than me apparently.
I would think because at least with older collectibles, generally speaking, the black doll got lower production generally, so it would end up having more value in general.
Yeah.
Not always, but in general. So I would think that if you pointed that out, it might help this.
Yeah, you're talking about a 35-year-old toy, new in box, crazy.
Yep.
Next up, my son gave me this. He didn't want it in his collectibles room anymore.
Oh, they're going to say in his forehead.
Exactly.
You want this in his forehead.
So I'm not going to tell him it's sold because he'll probably want to, split the difference with me. But anyways, Marvel Legends series Stormbreaker electronic axe, 44 inches, light sound. Pretty cool piece. Shipping's got to be decent. Oh, not too bad. $25. It is pretty big and heavy, but $200 went, out of the box. So it's
what character is that for? Is that Thor or something?
Something from the Thor series, Stormbreaker. Right. Yeah, so it does work. So it's cool that he did that.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, I think that's it for me.
Well, all righty. What do we have up first? I'll let you pronounce it, Mr. Magazine.
My wife, Magyar, Sakazkumenviv as Kukazet.
Your wife is cuckoo. No, I believe. Actually, I do know it is a Hungarian cookbook. That is the beauty of using Google Translate. You can get the name for it. I bought this at an estate sale for $1. I said, "Oh, this is going to sell." Sold fairly quickly as well. I just said any 1928 foreign language cookbook like that, nice and thick. Somebody is going to want it. And again, that's one of those little niches that I buy things in that a lot of other people just don't. They want to. They don't want to be bothered with it.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. This is a sucker bet all day long, the box office magazines. Would you agree with that, Mr. Magazine?
I have to imagine I've had them before, but it doesn't look familiar.
December 19th. Well, they always say box office on the cover, but then they've got a different advertisement on the front.
Okay.
So this is for... Now, this movie made me laugh, Timber Tramps. I actually looked it up on Wikipedia. There literally is no plot synopsis. It basically, nobody saw the movie. Nobody wanted to sit through the movie to write the plot. Because you go into all these movies and explain the whole plot. This is just like, oh, these are the people that were in it. And there's actually some good people in here, too, if you look at it. Claude Akins, Cesar Romero,
Rosie Greer, Tam Hunter.
There's some real people in it, yet there is no Wikipedia. So if you go to if you have seen this movie, go to Wikipedia. You can write the plot down. Just say whatever you want in there. Who's going to know?
I can't believe it wasn't a big hit. I mean, Timber Tramps, I'm thinking women that like wood. Right?
You would think so. Okay, Eric. I ended up taking a $10 offer on it, and it has Dawn of the Dead and Saturday Night Fever as well. Free shipping.
This is crazy.
But it was one of those things. The offer came in, and it's been sitting there for 1,350 days. I said, nobody wants it.
Did you look through every page to say 77? You could have Star Wars, Jaws. If they're in there, it could be worth $100 more than that.
I mean, I went through enough to see Dawn of the Dead and Saturday Night Fever, so I don't believe those were in there now. Yep, absolutely. Amazed me. So be careful with Box Office Magazine. Also be careful with Popular Baseball Pulp, Spring 1950. Not the best shape on that over there. It took a while to sell. 14 years to sell this item right over here. I used to buy pulps all the time when I saw them. Now, as you can see along the top border, it's got some wear. I was like, oh, pulps. Now I tend not to be quite so excited about them because they're not nearly... I mean, they're starting to come back some, but not the common baseball stuff. But this must be the time when they're showing all my old stuff. 18 years to sell photoplay films and video magazine, August 1982. Audrey Hepburn.
Wow.
Goldie Hawn. But again, this was back when you only put one picture up, so I didn't put a picture of Audrey Hepburn. Nowadays, obviously, I would. So people are just taking me on my word that she's in there. Of course she is. But would do it differently now. That was back in the day when you had to pay extra for a second picture. Thank goodness I didn't pay extra for it if it took 18 years to sell.
Yeah.
Up next, Seals and Crofts concert ticket stub. March 5th, 1974, Boston Music Hall. Was at a estate sale, and they had this sitting up at the front desk, and I said, you know something, I think I can make some money on it. I like selling things like this because they don't take up a lot of space. That's the whole key, as opposed to a giant book. And coming up next, the Strand Magazine. I remember last week on the BOLO, we did an H.G. Wells serial. We have one again this week in a different magazine. The Strand went for $88. And the condition on this, as you can see, is not the best. This is a British magazine. This is actually a magazine to look for when you're out there. It has potentially some early Sherlock Holmes stuff in it as well. So do keep your eyes open. You're Cigar Store Indian today, my friend.
Yes.
Voss Brothers Manufacturing Letterhead and Brochure Power Washing Machines, 1911, Davenport, Iowa. You got the cover letter. You got that cool little thing right there with all the washers, two-sided brochure. You got all of these little things here as well. One for $58. Can't argue with that. I don't know. What do you think of that, Mr. Magazine?
Nice.
Electra 3 Marvel Knights 2001 recalled banned version.
Wow.
Now, this is why you buy things in bulk. I went to an estate sale. They had a bunch of comics there. This was in their $2 box. I bought them out. I never would have. I went second day of the estate sale. I got it for like 80 cents.
But you didn't know this was good.
I had no idea at all it was good. For the heck of it, I just searched on it, and I saw some high prices and low prices, and people were saying recalled edition. And I said, what? So I had to do a search, and hopefully YouTube doesn't punish us for this. But she is nude in one of those panels. She is nude, right down over there.
Why would they do that? Like, they should know better. Like, what other magazines had nudity in them?
Yeah.
A mainstream one like this.
Yep. So it's worth $48, but you got to look. I think it's page 12 and 13, if I remember right. Has the nudity in it. That's worth $48. The common one is only worth $4 or $5.
Like, this could be in my $2 bin. Seriously, I wouldn't know. If someone would have bought it by now, but they probably wouldn't know. Honestly,
you got to know. Yep.
Unless you're scanning, everything, which they do, some of them.
So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Mr. Magazine now has a comic to look for when he's out there. Do hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.